Hey y'all, today we're going to do our favorite thing ever, which is word problems. So I love word problems. I think it kind of makes sense, kind of puts it all together. And it's just practicing your problem solving. So that's what we're going to do today. In our binder, in our notes, we are on page 13 and 14. I would also have your calculator out. If you do not have a calculator with you, you can go through Google Classroom and go to my webpage where there is a link to the calculator. Or you can also just go to desmos.com/scientific. I like this calculator a lot. I sometimes even like it more than the regular calculator. So let's go ahead and go to page 13 and 14. And we're going to do a couple problems, and then you guys are going to try a few as well. All right, so Calvin goes shopping over the weekend, and he buys a new pair of shoes, a t-shirt, sunglasses, and a hat that costs $9. The shoes are twice as much as the shirt, and the sunglasses are half as much as the shirt. The total cost of his picture is $65. So there's four things they're asking us to do. First, it says to use the lines above to write an equation to represent his purchase using S as the price of a shirt. So there's a visual, there's a picture, so we don't have to draw a picture. But let's just go back through this and label anything that we know, anything we need to find out. So we got a shirt, shoes, sunglasses, and we got this hat, and it says that the hat costs $9. So I'm going to go ahead and put the hat for $9. We know that. Perfect. And then it says the shoes are twice as much as the shirt. So if we knew the shirt, we don't know the shirt, but if we knew the shirt, we could figure out the shoes. Okay, so I'm going to put S for shoes because I don't know that. But it says this shirt, but I do know the shoes are twice as much. So if I'm going to put twice as much, two S's, two shirts. Then it says that the sunglasses are half as much as the shirt. So if we can figure out the shirt, we can cut it in half to find the sunglasses. So we're just going to put half of S. All right. And then it says that the total cost of the purchase is $65. So I know that the answer is equal to $65. Okay, so it says to part A, use the lines above to write an equation. So we have two shirts for the shoes. We have a shirt. We have half a shirt, because that's how much the sunglasses are, plus $9, and that equals $65. Okay, so then it says to simplify the equation by combining like terms. So I know we only bought one shirt, but we know all these other things that are also being represented by the shirt. So we have two shirts plus another shirt plus a half a shirt, which would equal 3.5 shirts. Okay. So now it just says to solve the equation. So you could do this in a variety of ways. You can do it algebraically. You can just problem solve. If I know the cost of the hat is $9 and I know the total is $65, I'm going to take that out of the cost because I already know that. So 65 minus 9, which would be 56, Okay. So now I have 3.5 shirts equaling 56. I'm going to figure out what just one shirt is. So I'm going to divide the 3.5 shirts to make one shirt. Okay, and then when I do that, I notice that one shirt is equal to 16. Okay, so if we're right, we should be able to figure this all out. So the shirt is $16. That's what S is equal to. The shoes are twice as much, so I'm going to do 16 times 2 and get 32. And then the sunglasses were half the cost of the shirt, so I'm going to find half of 16, and that would be $8. Okay, so with me, word problems just kind of like make sense it kind of puts context to what we're doing. Why can we combine them together? Why could we not combine the 9 with it? So we're going to do a couple more, and then you guys are going to practice as well. All right, so the next problem. Two friends meet up for coffee and dessert. Each friend got a medium drink and 2 cupcakes, and one friend bought a mug for $12. The friend who bought the mug paid for their order, and their total was $29. Okay, so we kind of have this visual. So we have 2, which means the 2 friends. Okay. And each friend got a medium coffee, got 2 cupcakes each, and only one person got a mug. So it says if a medium coffee costs $3.50, use the lines above to write an equation to solve for C, the cost of 1 cupcake. So we have our 2 friends. Each of them got a medium coffee, which we know the price of, and they also each got 2 cupcakes. Okay. Now only one friend got a mug, and if we go back up here, we see that the mug was $12. So I'm going to put plus 12. And because that friend bought the entire meal, the total was $29. So we just wrote an equation just looking at a picture, thinking about what each of them got, and using the information that they gave us. Okay, so now we could just solve this equation the way we know how to solve this equation. But if I were just to problem solve this, if I have 2 people get 2 coffees, each coffee is $3.50, that total would be $7. And what you would do if you just wanted to solve it, 2 times $3.50 would be 7. Okay. Each person got 2 cupcakes. There was 2 of them. So there was a total of 4 cupcakes in the order. Okay. And there was also that mug still. Okay. Now I'm going to put the coffee and the mug together because we know the cost of them now. And that is $19. So we have 4 cupcakes plus the $19. And that equals my total. Still equals whatever she paid for it. Now I know the cost of the coffees and the mug, so I'm going to take that out of the problem because I don't care about that anymore. So now we just know that 4 cupcakes is equal to 29 minus 19, which would be 10. I want to know what 1 cupcake is. And so I do 10 divided by 4, and I get something like 2.5. Okay. Then if we think about what that means that each cupcake equals $2.50. So I added a 0 at the end to make it look like money because we're talking about money. Okay. All right, we're going to do one more together, and then you guys are going to try a few. All right, this problem right here is a challenge just because it puts the geometry in with it. So the perimeter of a rectangle is 65 inches. And they show us this rectangle, and they have the dimensions of the rectangle. The length is 3 1/4 x plus 1. And the other side is 2x. So it says, what is the value of x? Okay, so we need to come back and we need to say, okay, perimeter. Perimeter means to add up all the sides. Okay. So we need to find the perimeter of this shape. All right. So I need to remember that a rectangle has 4 sides. So if this is 2x, then this would also be 2x. If this is 3 1/4 x plus 1, this would also be the same. Okay. Now when we think about perimeter, we need to add up all the sides, but with variables and stuff, we can only combine certain things. So we're going to combine 3 1/4 x, 3 1/4 x, 2x, and 2x because they're all like terms. So I'm going to put 3 1/4 x, 3 1/4 plus 2, and I get 10 1/2. Okay, so we have 10 1/2 x's. But now I also have these little ones. So I'm going to put 1 and 1 together and get 2. Okay, so that is the perimeter of the rectangle. All right, but it does tell me in the very beginning, the perimeter is equal to 65 inches. Okay, so now we can set this math problem equal to 65 inches. Okay, now because we have an equal sign, we can actually figure out what x is equal to. So we're going to take away the little 2's. So 10 1/2 x's is just equal to 63. Okay, so we know 10.5 x's. We only want to know what 1x is equal to. So we're going to divide by what we see, which is 10.5. And we should get x equals 6. Okay. Now that does not mean that each side is equal to 6. We just figured out what this number was. We just figured out that x was 6. So now it says, what are the actual dimensions of this rectangle? So what we're going to do is, we know that the answer is 6. We are going to put 6 into the x right here. We're going to put the x right here and see what we have. So 2x isn't too hard. 2 times 6, which would equal 12. Okay. The other one, which is 3 1/4 x plus 1. We're also going to put 6 right there. Okay, so 3 1/4 times 6. I'm going to use my calculator. 3 1/4 times 6, which is 19.5. Again, if you would rather have it be a fraction, it'll make it a improper fraction. Okay, so we have 19.5, but then we need to add the 1 and we get 20.5. So the dimensions of the rectangle, the length is 20.5 inches and the width would be 12 inches. All right, so for tomorrow, guys, there is an assignment on Google Slides. It is one Google slide. It is, I think, 3 or 4 questions. I cannot remember off the top of my head, but it's a click and drag where you guys are going to create a line to which equation you think represents the word problem, and then you guys will solve it and then just do another line to the answer. Okay, the other half of your assignment is to just try these 2 problems, okay? We just want to try them, see what we can do, and then tomorrow in class, we will go over these 2 problems. All right, see you guys later.